Hey everyone, it's Sunday. It's after 10 o'clock because that was the time I did the last video. I have a giggle again. So yesterday when I was cleaning my floor, well, I didn't wash it, I just, or wipe it. I just, dustpan and brushed it. But, oh my goodness. So see this ruler? Oh my goodness. So last night, when I said there was a cat under the bus and then I found the crowbar, oh, it was directly under here on the floor, like down in the dirt. Because, oh my goodness, it was directly down there. And look at the wall. That's where the table scrapes, and usually the edges are better than that. It's just because I haven't, anyway. I've got perfect edges, by the way. Don't think I'm a crap designer. But this will push down. Yeah, it's because I moved the furniture and I didn't have someone to help me lift it. And I had to drag it and then it made these move. So, yeah. Anyway, getting back to this. So these were here, right? And they're all my Kinder Surprise egg things that I got on Gumtree ages ago. Like months ago. And I thought, what did I get them for? Because I love, like, kiddie stuff, like, as you know. Because I never had a childhood. Now I'm going to cry again. Oh, I did have a childhood, sort of. I don't think I had a mother that ever played a game with me, or did a puzzle with me, or help me cook a meal, or let me stick my finger in the dough like the chocolate mix and suck my finger. I didn't have that. Wow. You know what? One of my most respected readers that I'm going to collaborate with down the track when we're both able. She's got a current reading on her channel. Go to the Eye of the Serpent Tarot. Her name's Helen. I don't know where she lives, but she's Aussie, and she's really, really switched on and thorough and my kind of lady. Anyway, so last night I clicked on her reading because I'm subscribed and I get the notification bell things, and I've had 5 minutes to myself, so I thought, right, it's time to figure out stuff about all the porn that's been leaked from these pigs. Yeah, we dodged the AI on that one. YouTube's not very clever. That's why we're going to be launching Lejube, LEJUBE.com. If you do the word game, it can also be let you be. Let. Because a T can be a J. Now, in the next couple of days, I'm going to be contacting John Shipton. And John Shipton is Julian Assange's dad. Now, we all know, because I used to have a sign out on the fence, but it's gone now because it broke. And it was about Julian Assange. And did you know, like, this is a fact, this is like 100% true. You can, like, check everything I tell you. Like, just don't take me, like, have discernment. Do you know what discernment means? Discernment is a very important word. Because you've heard of the word gullible. Well, people have, my mum and dad used to say, oh, you're so gullible, you're so gullible. But, who's the gullible ones? Not me. because I use spiritual discernment. I trust my instinct. That's what you got it for, people. Why do you think you have why do you think someone just rings up when you're thinking of them? Like, how does that happen? Like, come on, you need to really, this is full on. All right, so, what was I saying? Eye of the Serpent Tarot. Very good reader. She does private readings too, I think. I don't know. I'm too busy with this to think about other people at the minute. I mean, I'm thinking of everybody, but I'm not focused on me, if you know what I mean. Like, yeah. So I'm rambling because, why am I rambling? I'm rambling because John Shipton, I said John Shipton, Julian, oh yes, Julian Assange and WikiLeaks. So, you know how Channel 7 and the Herald Sun, like their media, like it's just the TV. Oh, I've got more evidence too, by the way. Like, this is like a hot chicken bag, and the crows. So look what's on there. 3 pigs, and I've got other stuff too, but I'm not showing any on that because. So just looking at this paper, I'm going way off track. I'll get back to those eggs. Remind me to get back to the eggs. So just looking at this paper, I haven't done anything. Like, I've just done a lot of mental work and growth work. So, this is the Saturday, November the 20th paper, right? And this is Thursday, November the 11th paper. Now, I haven't looked at either of them. Like, I might have just looked because I've put a line here because I think this is interesting. I don't know. I just figured, like, I'm going with my instincts, yeah? So we look at this paper, and remember I said it's got the word lines, but it also has the word lines here, like in a grid, yeah? And see how it's got rail, and then it's got rail again? Yeah? I don't know what else it's got. That's the first time just then I saw rail. So, but what I really want to talk about, so this is all hidden, like it's in your face and you can't even see it. You didn't know that, did you? And I bet you don't know this one either. But this has got my attention, something shocking. Look where my bulldog clip is. So we have the front page of the Herald Sun talking about sex fear, and then we had pedophilia, and then we've got white powders, and it's all just friggin', it's not, it's dark, isn't it? It's not light, it's dark stuff. So we have all this sex fear stuff, right? We're both effed if this gets out. Now, let's go back to Little Miss Cleo for a moment and Terry Kelly. So, we all know that the system are the pedophiles, yeah? Like, there's common people, not common, what am I trying to say? There's just the people not in the system, some of them are pedophiles too, because they've been abused when they were young. And, you know, it just is, because it's generational, and it's in your genetics, and it's in your DNA. Ah, the DNA. So, getting back to this is going to be a long video by the feels of it. So we talk about pedophilia. Now, so we have all this sex stuff on the front page of the Melbourne Herald. So it's gone up to $3 too, by the way. And look at all these fully vaccinated numbers. They look a bit dodgy to me, don't you think? Like, do you really think they're a bit dodgy? I really do think they're a bit dodgy. Especially when you look at what's above the 88.8. And what's the 21? I'd say it's a 12, not a 21. But anyway, who am I to say? I'm just judging. I'm using my instinct and my intuition. And this screams out to me. This is Christmas in Melbourne. And it's a man. I mean, it could be his dad, but what I'm saying is this is about sex. It's about if this gets out, they're fucked. So let's look at the Herald. And they're using this on the front page of the Herald Sun where little kids can read. Now, little kids know how to do word games because that was one of the first things I did when I was a kid, like playing hangman. You know how you do the dashes and then you do the, yeah, you know that game, hangman. So getting back to this, we have a man holding a little girl up. Yeah? Doesn't look very good to me. Where's the women? I want to know where the women are. Is that page 2? No, that's page 4. Because I had to, because I had my windows open yesterday and I didn't, because I haven't documented and classified all these yet. I had to like just keep them together, so I put them in the paper. Joked about partying like a rock star. I know who is a rock star. I'm a rock star. My rock is a rock star. So this is all relevant. Who's she? They say blondes have more fun. I think blondes are easier to pick up, that's for sure. Oh, I'll tell you something. Blondes versus brunettes. So, I don't know how tall. I'm shrinking as I get older. But I used to be like 5'9", 5'8". And when I wear heels, like high heels, like if you're going to wear heels, you wear heels. I don't now. I don't even wear proper shoes anymore. What was I going to say? Blondes versus brunettes. Oh, yes. So, remember I told you I was on a dating website? Well, they had a chat room as well. And people in the chat room used to organise nights out and you'd have like a meet and greet. And I'm not even looking at this. So if you see this in your vision while I'm talking, this is meant for you, not for me. Like if you see word games or whatever, it's to do with what's going on in your head, not mine. Because I'm not even pointing at it. What was I saying? I was telling you about blondes versus brunettes. Oh, and I noticed here yesterday there were 12 what do you call them? Drawing pins, and the 13th one is in my bun of my hair because the photo got wrecked, so I cut it out. So I had to drawing pin it there. So 13, lucky for some, hey? So lucky for some, blondes versus brunettes. Let's talk about that for a minute. So I went out with this group of 4 women, blondes. They're all blonde. And the reason I went out with them was because I told them that I couldn't pick up. Like, no matter what I do when I go out, men just, they dart the other way. It's true, right? Well, it was true. I haven't been out for years. So what was I going to say? So they said, come out with us. We'll show you how it's done. And I said, no, I don't want you to show me how it's done. I know how it's done. I know how I do it. I want you to watch me and tell me what I'm doing wrong. And they said, all right, we can do that. Yeah, easy. Okay. So we go out. And we go out to this over 28s thing that's playing the worst music. Like it was like 80s music. Like I'm a doof girl. I'm not I like some 80s radio, but not to go dance, not for a night out. For a night out, I like house music and progressive and deep mix kind of. And then sometimes if I'm in the mood, some real hard psytrance. I'm getting distracted because I just thought of something else. And what I thought of was that in my Oracle music list in my playlist. It's called Fee Fi Fo Fum by Destiny's Lab. I think that's a very, 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 very sexy, doofy, rappy. It's just excellent. I love that song. And I'm going to learn the words off by heart. And I'm going to learn a few songs in the Oracle music list off by heart. And then I'm going to take you all by surprise one day. One day. I didn't say soon, I said one day. So getting back to blondes versus brunettes. So I did my thing, tried to pick up, tried to talk to guys, went up to guys, smiled at guys, da-da-da-da-da, all that in one night. So at the end of the night, I'd had enough because they'd all hooked up with guys. They had guys hanging off them. They were hanging off the guys. And I didn't have anyone. I was on the dance floor just dancing by myself because that's what I do. Because I find if I'm on the dance floor, it's like I'm in a bubble and no one can talk to me because the music's too loud and I want to dance, so don't bother me. So it's like my bubble, the dance floor. Anyway, I said, so what did I do wrong now that you girls have all hooked up? And they said, nothing. You did nothing wrong. What's wrong with men? And yeah, they explained that they were watching the men's eyes and how they just couldn't look at me. And yeah, so I intimidate people. So that's not my problem. So all those people that say I've got attitude and everything, I think you just need to get some more self-confidence and you need to be less insecure. And if you watch this channel, you'll learn to get over yourself. Now getting back to these. So I've had these for ages. Let me shove this before. Did I do all this? We did the Rockstar. And I just showed you how they're promoting pedophilia. Well, they're not promoting pedophilia, but it's obvious. Find your holiday, cheer, and throw a little girl up in the air, and talk about sex stuff on the front page. It makes me want to go get that crowbar outside. All right, so I've got all these eggs, right? Now I know there's one blue one, and I know there's one red one, and I know there's 6 big ones. Because I had to sort them all out. Oh, what's that one? That's like a broken... Anyway, so I've got all these, right? And then when I was cleaning the floor yesterday, I moved them and I put them to here. And then last night, or this morning, whenever I thought of it, just before, I don't know when I think of things, because there's so many things lately. So I've got my and I thought, I should have a guessing game competition. Like, guess how many golden eggs we got to catch. Yeah? So, I had these here, my thongs. And they're from Betts. And I laughed because they were right near the golden eggs. So I think we have to have a guessing game. Now, I'll give you a little hint. I'll give you that might hit. I don't know, that's up to you to use your brain. But I'll let you have a look, and you can like try and figure it out. Like I'll just put them all like that. There you go. So and it's about how high is the bag, so you can try and figure it out. That's not a correct measurement because I hate how rulers do that. See how they start not on 0? Yeah, they don't start on 0. Oh, this one starts on 1.5. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, so it is... I can't even read that ruler. You can figure it out because I can't even see. So we need to guess how many golden eggs are in there. And does that include the 6 big ones? The 6 big yellow ones? I don't think so. I think it'll just be the little yellow ones is the guess. And I promise on Nala's life, I promise from the deepest abyss of my heart that I won't take anything. I won't even Can I put something on it to prove to you that I won't open it? Where's the zip? Here's the zip. Oh, I know. I think I've got one now. Let's have a looky here. And I'll prove it to you that I won't open it because I don't like cheats. And people don't believe people. And you'll say, oh, but you could get another one and do it again. But I won't because I'm the real deal. I'm authentic. It's hard for people to find authenticity, I tell you. People just want to copy. There's this girl, Jenny, that I know. And I thought she came to apologise and kiss and make up. But no, she just wanted to friggin' pick on the way my YouTube channel runs. She says, well, you need a camera stand. And I can't understand what you... And you can't tell people... why do you're so obnoxious by saying you're good all the time? And I'm like, but I am. Like, I'm being humble. I'm not being a friggin' big mouth and, like, you might think, all the insecure ones think I'm a big mouth, but all the ones that got their shit together think I'm really cool. So, I can't do this, but you get my drift. I'll do it after, look, just to show you. Oh, hang on. Threading it like the eye of a needle. Okay, so it's hanging, so I'll zip tie it, and we'll have a guessing game. So I'll call this video guessing game, and you need to show all your friends and pass it all around, and let's guess how many eggs there are. So what's the date today? 21st. It's my birthday on the 2nd of December. I've already said I'm 53, but I'm nearly 53. So, how about, is that enough time? 2nd of December. What's the date today? 21st. How many days in November? 9. That's 11 days. Yeah, that's enough time. Because all you guys need to pull your finger out and get my videos out there, please. So, we'll have a guessing game and I'll count them on my birthday. And whoever has the correct guess in the comment section of this video, I'll think of a prize between now and then. I love prizes. It's all fun. And because I don't want you to write your name and to be in the drawer and all that. This is like, I don't want it to build my database. I want it to just make everyone's life fun. So, alright, this is a long video. I think this is the longest I've ever done. And I feel like I'm raving. And I kind of am. So my goal this week is, we'll just wait for the Aboriginal Society to get back, Aboriginal Legal Service, because I took a screenshot of the email I sent them as proof, saying that they didn't even have common courtesy to contact me. So when I did a protest, like I made signs for Julian, and there was a photo opportunity at the Preston Town Hall with the mayor, the woman mayor. She's quite lovely, but she's a little bit switched on, but not really. Anyway, there was this guy who drove it's called the Jules Mobile, and John Shipton owns a white van. It's kind of like a camper van, but not as big. Anyway, it's a white van, and he's had it wrapped or sign painted, and it's called the Jules Mobile, and it goes around to for photo opportunities for the protesting, right, for Julian, because that's what I was going to say. So Channel 7, Channel 9, every single media outlet, Herald Sun, all of them have always had to retract a story or apologise for giving wrong information. Julian Assange, who's in jail, and I think France have offered him residency there, because Scott Morrison's a friggin' prick and doesn't want anything to do with him. I don't want anything to do with Scott Morrison. So, Julian, I was going to say France. Anyway, I need to find this guy, and he drove the Julesmobile, and he came to shake all our hands. There was like 4 protesters that day, or 5, I don't know. And you know when you think someone's good looking and you go a bit funny? Well, we kind of both went a bit funny. I felt it, like I'm good like that. I'm really good like that. And we both felt it. And I don't know what I did. I think I started talking to someone else, or quickly like diverted the whole feeling of that strange spiritual feeling of a soul recognition of someone, because you kind of think, oh, like, I don't know, it's weird. It's, if you've experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, he came up to me later and he said, hi, I'm blah 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 blah, and I thought, gee, that was good. Like, if he hadn't have done that, we wouldn't have even said hello to each other. So I know he's passionate about Julian, and I'm passionate about Julian, and I'm passionate about little Cleo, and I'm passionate about Terry Kelly, and I'm so passionate about putting this whole cult in the bin. And remember I told you about Silence of the Lambs? I did a word game on Silence of the Lambs. You should do a word game on Silence of the Lambs and tell me what you get. Oh, where is it? What's this? Oh, Silence of the Lambs. So, Silence of the Lambs is, it works out to Sin of the Bam. Now, if you do a word game even like more, so the idea of deculting is to get words down to their most basic, where they can't be broken down anymore. And that's when you know you're in reality. When you can see words in words, you're in the matrix. All right, so I saw Sin of the Bam, right? It's a C, but it's the CS war. So Sin of the Bam. So to me, I haven't done it. I just figured it out last night while I was sitting on the couch. So let's do it together. Okay, so I'll just do it now. Silence. Oh, because remember I was talking about Jodie Foster and Silence of the Lambs outside when I had to find a new home for the lamb's ears and I put it in the minion's head? Well, it's because you need to watch the Jodie Foster movie Contact. I think it's in my movie playlist. I'll put it there anyway. By the end of this video, it'll be in there. So, Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs or Lamb? Silence of the Lambs, I think. All right, so we'll do a word game. And so there's an S there and an S there. And there's no I's and an L. So there's an L there and an L there. And there's an E there and an E there. And there's a... That's it. So that leaves I-N-C of the amb, right? So if we muck around with it, so that kind of says sin of the, and then I looked at that and I thought, well, B is the best one. So it's the sin of the bam, right? So then I changed that to a sin to make it sin, because that's how we spell, because we've been told and taught incorrectly because they want to control us. And so it's sin of the, and if you look at BAM, so BAM, let's do BAM. So we have the capital B, which is also the 13, yeah? So, and an A, remember I've always told you that a Y can be an A, remember? So let's turn the A into a Y for this, and a W. I mean, an M can be a W because you can flip it. Like you can do all different flippy upside downies. Yeah. So I think it means it's sin of the Y13. Like, why? So I've got to do, remember I said the other, I don't know, about 30 videos ago that I had to do a 13 list. It's actually, if you go on my Instagram, you'll see a picture of Keanu Reeves. I don't know, it's probably like, oh, it's in the top 30 pictures on my Instagram. There's a picture of Keanu Reeves and the 13 things. So in the Bible or wherever the 7 deadly sins are, there's not 7, there's 13. So, yeah. Also, to let everyone know who knows Jackie Dundee, I was doing this word game thing on Get Smart the other night, and her name came up in my head straight away. And then I laughed and I wrote crocodile because I thought, how many animals and things are we going to have in this game? But I rang her and her mum's dying and she was upset and cried, and I wished her well. And so pray for her mum, folks. And all right, we'll leave it at that because this is my longest video ever, and I just feel like I could keep talking. And poor little Nala is exhausted. She's been acting weird. And I know why. It's because someone I know is really down in the dumps yesterday. And she was so down in the dumps. So I was trying to clear her energy to send the energy back to sender, but I couldn't. So, yeah. And as far as Nala putting on that show the other day on my couch on the windowsill about you know what, I smudged her too because that sickened me. And I'll have you know that I've only watched that video once after I recorded it. And I did go to watch it again twice, and my phone wouldn't, like, you know how sometimes I have to shut down the app, and I have so much trouble with YouTube. Well, it won't let me watch it. And now that I've got the porn clips, I just definitely don't want to watch any of it. So, I'm really going to have to be choosy of who to show that to because I don't want to see it, but I need to supervise it. But I don't want to see it. Like, out of respect for Cleo. But I want those motherfuckers. Excuse my language. Oh, and if you notice here, see how, like, my magnets don't join? Well, I notice there's a bird poo on the window. And then, when I sit now, I can see the pearl.